I don't drink soda.
You do the countdown. By the time you finish the countdown, I'll be ready.
5, 4, 3.
Yo, thank you for tuning into the Natural Habitat Podcast. My name's Mikey Booyah.
My name's Austin Todd.
That didn't really work as good as it did last week. Last week it was a big thing.
Oh yeah, we can't
with the music. We can't redo the music.
No, you can't top
We
that.
paid big money for that. You want to know how much that was?
Pricey.
Yeah. You want to guess?
I'm gonna say, racks.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Racks. At least. It was pricey. It was very pricey. My name is Mikey Booyah.
We already said our names.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Computer's here?
Computer's here. Free Candy's somewhere up north, possibly Canada.
He's on he actually broke it down for me recently and I forgot, but he is in American Canada.
He's in American Canada, and there's French Canada
he's
and
above,
British Canada.
Above Washington is where he is. Because we were asking, what part of Canada, where is he, what time zone is he in, more importantly.
Okay, so he's on the west coast of Canada.
On the west. So he's in the California of Canada.
Okay,
I think.
Okay.
So we're coming to you live from California. Free Candy is in California of Canada. Computer he lives on the cloud. He's the first artificially intelligent podcast co-host.
And also a member of the Rough Riders, evidently.
Yeah, he is a member of the Rough Riders. We like to start this show like we start every show. And thank you guys. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for
following us on Threads.
Are they following us on Threads, though?
I think by now, by the time that this episode
accrued
comes out,
a large following on this Threads app.
Where that's our target is to become a Threads influencer.
Okay.
I remember what it was. Adam 22. Today we're talking about Adam 22.
We're talking about Adam 22.
Getting cucked.
Oh, shit.
I was like, something else happened that we could talk about on the podcast. And that's it. We're talking about that. We're talking about what is it called? The app?
Threads.
Facebook's new Twitter dropped, which I don't know if they would. Do they like it being called that or no? I'd imagine, yeah. I think it's probably a personal stab.
It's a pretty blatant ripoff of Twitter, so I would assume that they're ready for that comparison.
You think there's going to be pending lawsuits?
I could see Elon Musk sending, a couple lawyers at him.
Maybe a cease and desist, like, hey, shut it down or else, kind of thing.
Yeah, why not?
Well, it is Facebook's version of Twitter.
Now, do you think the launch of this has anything to do with this Zuckerberg Musk MMA fight that's brewing? Like maybe Zuckerberg's like, yeah,
possibly
this son of a bitch, like.
Mm-hmm. And we actually have some information on that is exclusive. Nobody else has this information. No one has reported this yet. So we are going to get into all that today. But before we do that, it was just recently the 4th of July, Independence Day. There was a fire near where you celebrated Independence Day. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it was a very small fire that was contained relatively quickly.
No such thing as a small fire if you ask a fireman.
That's true.
If you ask a victim of fire violence.
Should we ask Matt?
Yeah. Fire violence.
He's a fireman. He's a Cal fireman, or was. I don't know if he still is. I think he might have been let go.
Yeah, last time I heard he was home, so maybe he's not a fireman anymore.
I don't think he's like a very important fireman. He might be just like a second tier fireman.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Matt, is this Matt?
Yeah, this is Matt.
Hi. Yeah, this is Mikey Booyah. I have a question for you. You're on the podcast. I legally have to tell you that. Is there such thing as a small fire?
Yeah. See?
There is?
Yeah.
There is, yeah.
That's a small fire, no big deal.
Small fire might be a big deal.
Might be a big deal. Okay.
Could be a big deal, potentially a big deal.
But it's not assumed to be a big deal.
What's that?
It's not assumed to be a big deal at first?
I mean, it depends.
All right.
Depends on a lot of stuff, dude. I don't know.
All right. Well, thanks for your expertise.
Yeah, I wouldn't really worry about it. Just let it burn.
All right, cool. Thank you. Bye. So I think that is kind of a mixed bag. You know, he did say that it was no big deal, but he did say there is potential for this to be a big thing. You should not take it lightly.
Right.
So
he also said you should just let it burn.
So he also did say let it burn.
He's given us just completely
mixed
contradictory
signals.
answers. Yes.
A lot of mixed signals here. But regardless,
but yeah, there was a fire.
There was a fire.
I think it may have been caused by the fireworks.
You were shooting off mortars, illegal mortars.
Hey,
allegedly.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone near you was shooting off illegal mortars.
I may or may not have had a hand in it. I mean, we're not going to get into that.
And a small fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of wind going on. You're lighting off these goddamn fireworks. I mean, yeah, of course. One or two of them are going to go astray and maybe light up a field. But you know what?
Do you think Canada has fireworks?
No.
Probably not, right?
No, definitely not.
They probably don't even know.
I mean, I could see them having the little
snakes and sparklers.
Yeah. Maybe a Piccolo Pete might be like the biggest. They're
What about the pops that you throw?
No, you know what? I don't think they have Piccolo Petes because that's going to be too noisy for
Piccolo Petes are illegal here, right?
They might be now.
Computer, are Piccolo Pete firework? Computer, are Piccolo Petes legal in California?
From sweatlodgeradio.com. These items are illegal in all of California. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So no Piccolo Petes. So
nope.
So if we can't have them, they certainly can't have them in Canada because they don't even, they don't really have guns up there. I mean, we have like a full array of firearms, both manual and semi-automatic.
Yeah.
So I would assume that they're far more restricted as far as their fireworks go. So
yeah. So these intense fireworks, you were lighting them off.
Hey, I mean, yeah,
somebody was lighting them off.
Somebody was lighting them off.
Somebody was lighting them off. A small fire happened.
Small fire. It was no big deal. They got it contained quickly.
You let it burn.
They had the fire engines on site already to ready to go. So I mean, really, it was just giving those guys something to do after them just sitting around all day.
Yeah, right. That's fucking eating hot dogs or whatever you do on the 4th of July.
Earn your money, bud.
Yeah.
I saw so many cops just patrolling and cops on bikes, cops walking in groups of 4, just an absurd amount of cops at this event. And it's man, Paso PD was paying all these officers, I would presume.
Yeah.
So it seemed.
It kind of seems like a workaround to where you can attend the event, but also get paid your regular salary and get accolades the whole time that you walk around.
I saw some of these cops smiling and having, themselves a good time. And it's no, you should be out
eating some chip.
You can only imagine that with all these cops, at the firework event, that crime was just running rampant through our fair city.
That's the time that you rob Walmart or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Who's there going to be left to...
And all these people there are the Protect Paso type people, which are, if you listen to last week's episode, we talked about this bridge.
It's a conservative group in our area, a conservative Facebook group in our area that really took off and kind of gained some traction during the pandemic. And they started selling bumper stickers and tons of these bumper stickers are on cars all throughout our area.
Everywhere. I want to say they started just putting them on cars unsolicited. If you went to a grocery store, there was a good chance that you would come out if it was... I mean,
fortunately, it hasn't happened to my vehicle yet, but I'm definitely prepared for it.
If it was summer, fall of 2020, there was a 50-50 chance that you were going to get a Protect Paso sticker on your car. And these people are very conservative. They're very outspoken. They're very quiet. And they were all there at this event, this 4th of July event.
Yeah, this was a majority of the people there, I would say. I don't know that they're in the Protect Paso Facebook group, but they look like they belong there. They would fit right in there.
Yeah, if they're not, then they should be.
Yeah.
And all these people were just fucking shaking the cops' hands. They got thin blue line hats on.
Thank you for your service. It's
you don't
say that to cops. You say that to our armed servicemen and women. But no, yeah, they're definitely over glorifying the police.
Mm-hmm. So this cop, he's here. He's having a great time. It's probably one of the cops that
chowing
gave you
down
that
on a hot
ticket,
dog, on
Officer
Nathan's hot dog.
McNally
It's
or
like,
whatever.
what are you, Joey Chestnut here? Like, put that hot dog down and go fight some crime.
Yeah, you're not allowed, unless you're on your state sanctioned 15-minute break. Like, you're not allowed to eat hot dogs.
No,
While you're on the clock.
You would think.
Yeah, that's crazy. So they're walking around, they're having fun. They also, I imagine, when the show happened, they looked at the show, which is another.
Yeah,
form
they should
of
not be. They
enjoyment.
shouldn't be
No.
looking up at
They
those
should
fireworks.
avert their gaze. They should look down at the crowd.
Yeah, they should be looking for criminals who are trying to make off with something.
This is prime time for pickpockets.
Exactly. You got all this noise. Everybody looking up. There, these cat burglars, if you will, could just be running up in people's purses and
this happened to
pockets
me in
cars.
Vegas. I was wearing my drug bag, my satchel, and I stopped to watch the Bellagio fountains, the fountains of the Bellagio,
and
which is a
burglar
huge,
came up and took your drug bag.
Yeah, it's like a huge pickpocket spot because people are like watching the show. They're recording the fountains. They're waiting for the beat drops to hit. They're popping Molly. They're sweating. There's like all the stuff that happens there. So it's a perfect time. You're distracted just long enough. And someone unzipped my bag. So I like felt like people like bump into me trying to like look at the fountains and like fucking record over me and shit. And then I like moved out of the way. And then a couple minutes later, we're like walking away and someone was like, "Hey, your bag's open."
Did they make off with any of your goods?
No, it was all still in there,
That's
which was
fortunate.
good. And that's like prime time, prime spot. So when the show's going on, everyone's looking up. Pickpockets, they're filling their pockets. And these are when the cops should be vigilant, extra
That's when
vigilant.
we need our boys in blue the most.
Mm-hmm. And they were, can you testify that they were all staring at the show? They were all looking at the fireworks?
I mean, I
Or were you looking at the
can't,
fireworks?
I can't guarantee that they all were, but yes.
For the most part, a lot of them were.
Almost all of them, sure.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we're just lucky that fire didn't turn into a big thing, didn't turn into a
extremely fortunate. The fire was contained relatively quickly.
I saw a fire today, which might count as a 4th of July fire.
Oh, really?
Because people have leftover fireworks.
Oh God, dude, my neighborhood's been very active with it.
So sound off if you guys witness any sort of fires. If you set a fire like Ty here, if you heard about a fire in the news, if you heard about a fire on a podcast.
Now, you know what? One way to put out a fire is, maybe you got a fire going on in your mouth. Maybe you had like a habanero pepper or a Carolina Reaper pepper.
Mm-hmm.
It's an ice cold ICEE.
It's a fucking ice cold ICEE.
An ice cold ICEE, which I have here, and
I'm so excited that you bring that up because we have a huge announcement, which
it's the coldest drink in town.
All this stuff about Adam 22, about threads, like that was all a distraction. And what this episode is really about is announcing our new collaboration with ICEE. Okay, ICEE, the drink, the ice drink. What would it be called? Like a slushy?
No, because I think slushy
is also copywritten, right? With the dog.
Well, ICEE owns Slush Puppy.
Oh,
so I think the Slush Puppies
are Slush Puppies shoes?
No, Slush Puppies are like they're a variation of an ICEE. ICEE's this is your bread and butter here. This is your gold standard for frozen.
So that's
drinks.
got ICEE Bear.
It's got ICEE Bear. The
Slush Puppies have the dog.
Very cool mascot. He appears to be some sort of polar bear, and he's skateboarding or surfing on a big iceberg. Yep. And he's got an ICEE cup in his hand, and we figured, that iconic mascot was the perfect, that went hand in hand with our brand and what we're trying to do here on the show. So we reached out to ICEE, and it turns out ICEE's they're about more than just providing you with the coldest drink in town. They're actually they got a lot of stuff going on. They got a foundation where they're providing these sugary drinks, these corn syrup heavy drinks to various hospitals.
Yeah, we found this foundation called ICEE Hope, which they run. They have information on their website. And at first I saw this, I was like, wow, ICEE is like raising money for leukemia or they're doing something cool for,
they're making a difference.
It almost made it sound like it was poor families and not just poor kids. So it says
just unfortunate people, I think in general, unfortunate children.
It says envisioning hope for sweeter futures. ICEE Hope was developed with the goal of providing, quote, sweeter futures
for those that are in need, which could be, maybe you're super poor, maybe you need a kidney transplant.
Yeah.
Maybe you're diabetic spectrum because you've drinking way too many frozen sweet drinks. And I see, they realize that they got to stick in their, wheelhouse, right?
Yeah.
They're not gonna come up with a cure for AIDS, but hey, somebody else already did. So ICEE's gonna do what they do best, and that's provide the coldest drink in town, but they're gonna provide it to the less fortunate. So they've been going around to these hospitals, and I'm gonna assume soup kitchens, possibly.
Probably.
I'm gonna say soup kitchens.
Yeah.
And they've been giving them ICEE machines.
Yeah.
And
this is all written out like they're going to help cure leukemia, but then really the big reveal, which
no, but they're curing the sadness that comes with leukemia. They're sending out a furry ICEE bear to come, comfort these leukemia patients.
Not everywhere though. That's only at certain locations, maybe even just one.
I mean, the ICEE bear can't be everywhere at once, right? There's thousands of hospitals. You can only visit one at a time.
So
cut the ICEE bear some slack.
So they say we're committed to expanding our programs and providing ICEE equipment to children's hospital healthcare facilities across the country.
They're sending out these ICEE machines to these hospitals around the country. Now, granted, I mean, they're only sending you the ICEE machine. You're going to have to buy the sugary syrup that goes into making these things yourself. And but you know what? You've got the machine now. So
now I imagine they would probably send you a starter kit. You would get you get machine. You get cherry.
Yeah. Maybe blueberry or blue raz or whatever the blue one is.
Yeah, but you need some cherry for the photo ops. And that's literally what they're giving out. Is they've given out 17 ICEE machines to hospitals around the world.
But those 17 ICEE machines equate to how many ICEEs? What was it? 150,000? 150,000 ICEEs.
Yeah.
Obviously it's not costing them the retail price of these ICEEs, but if you look at the retail price of 150,000 ICEEs, that's got to be close to $1 million.
Yeah. So we found out that not only are they giving away ICEE machines, but they have a swag program.
They have a swag program where you can save up every ICEE cup now comes with these ICEE points, which you once your sticky cup's done with all your ICEE, you take some scissors. You got to get some scissors. You're not going to be able to just tear this thing. It's wax.
Now, do you cut on the line or do you cut above it so that you get the 25?
Because that seems cut on the line. I mean, yeah, because
the line goes through the 25.
Yeah. I think just to be safe, you cut along the line until you hit that 25 there, and then you cut up and around. So you make sure you get the 25 on there. Otherwise, they're not going to know exactly how many ICEE points you're aiming for. But yeah, you save these up, you cut them out, and then go to ICEE.com.
Wait, is there a code on the backside?
No, there's no code. There's no code, so you could.
Do you have to mail those in?
You have to mail them in, and I shouldn't be saying this, but there's nothing to stop you necessarily from reproducing these yourself.
Yeah,
and sending counterfeit ICEE points in. But hey, that's not
they actually. I read this on their website. They have markings like how a $100 bill has like watermarks. It has like a strip. It has all these security measures. They have that within the cup. So anyways, you can recreate it.
Just off this one ICEE, I got 25 ICEE points now. The redemption for these things starts at around, what was it, like 200 or something like that? So you're not going to have to drink 1 million ICEEs to get some ICEE swag. You're going to have to drink maybe 6 or 7 or 8. And then once you do, you can go to ICEE.com and you can check out all that swag. They got a cool backpack, cool drawstring backpack. There's a hat. There's a beach towel.
There's a blanket. There's a
t-shirt. People wear t-shirts every day. Think about all the use you can get out of that.
Stainless steel bottle.
You fill that bottle up with ICEE if the store will let you.
And all this stuff's branded and it's exclusive, so you can't get it anywhere else.
You're not going to get this in American Apparel or you're not going to get this in.
No, not at all. At Zoomies.
Get the Gucci store.
No. So we've been out here, we've been promoting Reliefy. We have a collaboration with Reliefy. Go to Reliefy.com, use the code NHP, save 12%. But It's like we're not excited about Reliefy like we are about ICEE.
Not anymore, no.
You know, not anymore.
So much. I mean, you got this cool bear on here. Like, I kind of look at me and you as like a equally cool representation of our brand.
It could go, either way, us or ICEE Bear, same level of cool.
Yeah, I would say so.
Same number of cool points.
So we reached out. Points. You know, sometimes you gotta extend the olive branch yourself instead of waiting around for ICEE to contact you. Which
the camera turned off.
Oh shit!
How long ago did that happen?
It wasn't long ago because I was looking at it when I held the ICEE cup up.
Coming back.
As I was saying, sometimes you have to make that introduction yourself instead of waiting for ICEE to come to you. Now, granted, I'm sure that they were already well aware of our podcast and were in the process of reaching out, but we went ahead and took the first step and we sent their people. Was it like a email?
Yeah, we sent them an email. Now we don't know what this email says. We kind of just like Ty and I, we both have made music, you know, and when you do music, you do this kind of like thing where you go in the zone, in the auto zone, you kind of like black out, and it's just like the words pour out of you, you know, like an artistic expression.
They flow like a ICEE out of a ICEE machine.
Yeah. So that's what happened to us. I had a keyboard here, you had a keyboard there. They were both hooked up to the same computer. We typed and typed. We drafted, we created this email, we sent it, and we're going to find out now, along with you guys, what this says. So, this email to ICEE Toke says, Dear ICEE Bear.
Yeah, sure.
I hope this email finds you well. My name is your name. My name is your name.
In brackets, yeah.
In brackets, yeah.
Sick in brackets. You were supposed to fill in your name there.
Yeah.
Get rid of the brackets.
I think I missed that one. And I'm reaching out on behalf of the Natural Habitat Podcast. We are big admirers of ICEE's commitment to bringing joy and happiness to people through their delicious frozen treats. Today, I'm excited to discuss a potential partnership that could positively impact many lives.
Firstly, let me express our admiration for the ICEE Hope Foundation and the incredible work it does to support children's hospitals and enhance the well-being of young patients. At the Natural Habitat Podcast, we strongly believe in the power of nature and its ability to heal and uplift individuals, especially those facing challenging circumstances. So we're impressed by the Foundation's mission and would be honored to contribute to its efforts.
So with that in mind, we would like to propose a collaboration between the Natural Habitat Podcast and the ICEE Company to further expand the ICEE Hope Foundation's reach. Our podcast has a dedicated audience of nature enthusiasts who are passionate about making a positive impact on the world. By partnering with ICEE, we believe we can leverage our platform to raise awareness and funds for the foundation.
And as we visit various natural habitats for our podcast, we often encounter hospitals located in these areas, and we can help identify suitable hospitals that align with the ICEE Hope Foundation's goals and facilitate the acquisition and installation of these ICEE machines.
In light of our commitment to this partnership, we kindly request that the ICEE Company consider providing us with an ICEE backpack as a token of appreciation for our hard work and generosity. The backpack would serve as a reminder of our collaboration and the positive impact we have made together. We are confident.
We are confident that this partnership will be mutually beneficial and create lasting memories for all parties involved. And we'd be thrilled to discuss the details of this collaboration further and explore how we can work together to spread joy and hope for children in need. Please let us know if you are available for a call or a meeting to discuss this opportunity in more depth. And thank you for your time and consideration. We eagerly await your response and the possibility of joining forces to make a difference through ICEE Hope Foundation. Warm regards, Mikey Booyah and Awesome Ty.
That's good. That's a good letter.
It's a great letter.
Now, if I didn't blow it with the fucking "my name is your name,"
then
they would have taken this seriously.
Might be a deal breaker, but you know what?
And I can't unsend it. It's an email. You know, you can't unsend it.
So you could send another one with the corrected, and then just hope that they don't open the other one. Maybe they see the top one,
because it's on the top.
and they'll be like, "Oh,
good idea. Let's do that."
So we'll fire that off. So
this is going to be exciting. I can't wait to make this happen.
Like I'm drinking this ICEE right now. It's delicious. And they're not even, I haven't even gotten the free backpack yet. So I'm already a fan of yours, ICEE. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're, this is like some sort of fake endorsement. Like I fuck with, like I'm more of a Frizzle. Is that what you say? Call it Frizzle? Yeah, that's, a way better ICEE drink. But you know what? Like ICEE's got that brand recognition. It's a company that everybody knows. Everybody knows ICEE Bear. And let's make this happen, Captain.
Oh wait, I should say my name is Jerry, right? So that way it's not us doing it; it's Jerry doing it.
Yeah, because you're reaching out on the behalf.
Yeah, on behalf of the podcast, Jerry would do that. Jerry, Jerry isn't. He's not here, obviously, and I don't think he's gonna be back.
Not anytime soon.
It's just like it's been too wild,
It's been a roller coaster ride with Jerry, and we got to provide some level of continuity to the show, and we can't have Jerry turning up one week doing his job, and then the next week he's nowhere to be found, or he's just doing an awful job. Or we kind of have to find balance, and
it really throws us. It'll throw us for a loop halfway through the show.
Peaks and valleys, and
all that. So this ICEE collaboration is going to be great. We want you guys we're going to clip that email, and we're going to make a little short video out of it. We want you to share it. We want you to tag ICEE on Threads. Yes.
And we're going to need to start asking you to send us your ICEE points. So every time you buy an ICEE, which after seeing this, I'm going to assume is going to be far more frequently, go ahead and clip those ICEE points, send them in.
Because let's be real, you're not going to drink enough ICEEs to get anything.
No, but if we all chip in, we can all collectively get some of this ICEE swag. Assuming that they don't just send it to us anyways. But
but then we could get multiple backpacks. Yeah. Maybe we could give one away.
We can give some to these children's hospitals.
So this 125 point can put you into like a raffle really for a backpack that would take 300 points for you to win.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So you have a chance to win big. You could get in on this swag, and you could also get us backpacks that we could wear. You could wear them vicariously through us.
I'm not going to dox myself and give you my address, but if you have ICEE points you want to send us, go ahead and message us through social, and I'll give you an address where you can send me your ICEE points.
We actually should get a P.O. box.
We need a P.O. box.
So that we could just give that out, and then people can sound off if you would email us stuff that isn't like
and also
dangerous.
ICEE's only got a handful of flavors that I know of. Like, sound off with some good new ICEE flavors that we can pitch to ICEE Corporate, because I had cherry lime. That was a pretty good one. It's green. And they got cherry. They got the blue one. They got Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
After that, not so many ICEE flavors. So sound off and let us know like what you want ICEE to provide.
How about pineapple apple?
Pineapple, that sounds fantastic. Honestly, you get pineapple and you get apple. That's two flavors rolled in one, just like cherry lime.
How about peach nectarine?
Peach nectarine, two very similar tasting fruits, kind of already.
Stone fruits,
but two stone fruits. But you put them together and it makes for a hell of an ICEE.
How about pistachios and kosher salt?
Yeah, that might work in some markets. I'm not sure that it would do too well around here, but maybe.
But pistachio ice cream's a thing.
Yeah, and I think down in Texas they like some weird shit. So who's to say that in like a more
flat, like a mid flyover
just like a
type of area,
just like a shittier
Wisconsin.
State. Yeah, they might have some interesting taste in.
They don't know any better.
ICEE.
So that's going to be exciting. We want your ICEE points. Send them in. We'll get that P.O. box set up. Just start sounding off when you have the points. Once we get enough points stacked up out there, we'll release the P.O. box. You guys send them into the P.O. box. We get the points. We get the bag. We get the stuff. We're trying to get that bag. And I don't mean that like metaphorically for like a lot of money. I mean like a literal bag, an ICEE bag.
Like, a drawstring ICEE bag.
Drawstring ICEE bag. which looks really cool in their
Super
ad
cool.
for
It's
it.
shaped like an ICEE cup, just like this one.
But then I found a guy that was reselling it, and he had a picture of it, and it didn't look cool.
Well, his might just, like
I
maybe
think his
it's
was a
bootleg.
knockoff.
Yeah, it's bootleg. It's like a Wish app version of
I was
this.
trying to compare things, and like one of them had sunglasses and one of them didn't.
Yeah, the ICEE bear is looking all, just uncool and not quite as not quite as cool as this ICEE bear.
Yeah, that one's cool as fuck.
Dude, look at it. He's got like straps on the ice block or chunk that he's skating on. So, like
That holds his feet in?
Yeah. So he can ollie
So he's
and
like
shit.
snowboarding?
He can do tricks. Yeah.
Damn.
He's got bindings.
That's cool. He's bound to that ice sled. See, that's cool as fuck. And if we could just get ICEE on board in this partnership, which really is going to be a sponsorship, then it's going to be great. It's going to be great for everybody, They got a cool color palette too, with the kind of I think it matches
different
ours.
blues and the red and the.
You throw in our blue and our pink and our purple in there.
Maybe down the road we can get some limited edition ICEE cups where we throw our color palette on these with the same stripes and I mean these ideas are just they're flowing in so get at us ICEE, please.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So send in those points. What else do we got?
Britney Spears she was struck by an NBA player's security.
This breaking news.
Probably not much other context needed, right? Just Britney Spears was wild and she got what was coming to her, I guess.
She was in Vegas. She approached a low level NBA prospect. He's just like a basketball player that.
Yeah, I've never heard of him. I mean, I don't follow the NBA too closely, but I mean, the guy had security, so he's probably semi decent, but still, I mean.
And she approached him using a British accent. She was like, "Hip hey, cheerio! Let me get your autograph. I'm a big fan." And
Britney Spears is notoriously not British. I think she's from like Alabama or
she's
something.
famously not British.
Yeah.
That's like one of the things that she's known for.
She's known for specifically not being British.
For not being British.
Not being Canadian.
Not Canadian.
After that, like, who's to say where she's from? But we know that it's not England and we know that it's not Canada.
Yeah. So she approached him with this British accent, which immediately throws you off of Britney Spears. You go, I don't know who this is, but I know that it's not Britney Spears.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a British person that looks identical to Britney Spears,
which
but
happens.
Is not.
People look similar
exactly.
to people all the time.
They say that every person has an exact double somewhere in the world.
Really? Do they say that?
They do say that.
Just one double?
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool. Sound off if you have if you know our doubles.
If you have like a run-in with your double, let us know. Or if
Yeah.
you've seen either of our doubles, like let us know when and where, so we can. I mean, like I feel like I would need to like, eliminate them in some capacity.
You're not allowed to interact with them at all. I think
It's gonna fuck up a timeline or something. Yeah,
that's like the butterfly effect. So she approached. She was speaking British. And
I imagine
she got stiff-armed.
I imagine
by the security guard.
The security guard like gave her like a fair warning, like, "Hey, get back." She wasn't listening. She's trying to get past the security guard, who is a large gentleman, and eventually he had enough, and he struck her in the face, and now she's trying to threaten legal action. Which,
yeah, at first he like pushed her. Mushed her face, I think you would call it.
Now when Britney Spears famously said, "Hit me, baby, one more time," I don't think she meant by like this man's security guard.
Definitely not. And that's not going to hold up in court if he tries to use that. But he went to her table later on and apologized and was like, "Miss Spears, I totally didn't know that was you. I thought it was a British woman."
British woman.
And, we all know how we feel about British women.
Yeah, not so great.
Then Brittany was like, no problem. They all laughed about the British people. They all chuckled. They shared a plate of gabagool, They had the pig's feet and everything was cool.
Everything was kosher.
And then later on that night, she said, "Psych, I press charges.
I'm a lawyer up. I'm going to sue you for everything that you're worth."
Mm-hmm. All of it.
All of it. I want all of your, the NBA money. I want this security guard's salary.
Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause
really,
the security guard works for the NBA team. He's the personal security for the Vipers. Is that a team?
No, that's not an NBA team. There's
maybe it's college
XFL
basketball
team. There's an XFL team called the Vipers.
Maybe it's college. Is there college basketball?
Possibly, I don't know.
The Vipers?
I'm not sure. There's too many colleges to keep track of
Yeah.
them all, but you gotta wonder at this point, like, was this whole thing premeditated? Was this like a slip and fall type deal where Britney Spears like sees a chance at a big payday by getting herself smacked?
Hello.
Like, why was she using this British accent? Like,
Yeah, that does
again,
make it
we
very
know
fishy.
she's not British, so I don't know. Sound off below if you guys believe this whole Britney Spears deal, or whether there's something fishy going on.
Fishy, fish and chippy, like British. So that's exciting. It's exciting to see where that lawsuit's going to go because Britney Spears just recently became responsible for herself.
Yeah.
So she's not in this conservatorship.
No, we freed Britney, and now it's looking like it wasn't such a great idea.
No, but we'll see how she conducts herself in this lawsuit. Maybe she'll girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight, and come out of it on top. Everybody's like, Britney's back.
It's Britney, bitch.
Britney, bitch. Maybe they'll say that.
It's Britney, bitch.
The Gathering of the Juggalos, possibly the saddest Gathering of the Juggalos ever.
At one point, the Gathering of the Juggalos, no matter how you feel about ICP or like that culture or whatever, it was widely regarded as like a cool summer festival with a lot of big time acts, like, kind of crossing over the threshold to the underground to perform at this massive festival that happened every year. And as ICP's popularity just steadily declined over the years, these gatherings began to, the budget seemed to be dwindling year over year, just kind of getting a little bit less spectacular every year as far as like the performers and what have you. And this year, I mean, it seems like they might be working with a shoestring budget because
so there was like big acts,
big time acts,
big time
A-listers.
Like, I remember,
there was A-listers.
Yeah, the year that we went, we saw the Parliament.
P-Funk.
Yeah, P-Funk. That was like and they were by no means popular at the time, but it was like one of the coolest things to see.
No, but even you would see like someone on like a
Method Man and Redman.
Yeah, or even like I'm trying to I don't know the whole lineups off the top of my head, but at least a couple of currently relevant artists.
Oh wait, didn't we look it up?
We did look it up. At least a few currently relevant artists would be performing year over year, and that is not the case this year. So they kind of, in order to maybe offset the noticeable lack of these big time acts, they started coming up with these events and little side things to incorporate.
And they have been throwing on like all these events, which were cool, like gathering type events, things that you could only see at the gathering, like the bare knuckle boxing. Like that was one of the craziest things that is this an ad? Are we doing an ad for ICEE real quick? The bare knuckle boxing was wild, and seeing as how it was like on private property with their own sanctioned security, they could get away with it. And if somebody lost their teeth, they couldn't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
So there was no fear of them getting sued like at any other event in the world. So they would do all these crazy gathering style events. Let's see what we got. The Fat Boys.
Cheech and Chong one year, the Fat Boys, Bismarck. Granted, these are all washed up acts that we're listing off, but maybe we're giving like a bad.
George Clinton.
Danny Brown. Danny Brown was popular for a minute. You had
yeah. I don't know.
I mean, maybe it was never that great, but this year that's really particularly bad.
Yeah. Master P.
I mean, not really anybody in their heyday.
No.
Little Eazy-E, but not the real Eazy-E. So yeah, I mean, maybe Juggalo Gathering wasn't exactly an A-list event, but this year
we just thought it was.
This year they're replacing a large percentage of the music acts with like little just events that probably didn't cost them too much, and a lot of them are designed to get women naked.
I have some of the
an
events
alarming
here. Yeah, a lot of them are. There's multiple wet T-shirt contests.
Yeah.
Where that was always one of the events at the gathering that would shine through because, I mean, juggalos are a bunch of perverts.
Sex perverts, yeah.
Sex perverts. And there would be like crazy shit. Like I saw...
Like, show your tits! Just like thousands of men like yelling at like one like
At
underage
one-
girl to show her tits.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. And I saw this girl take her panties off, put her legs in the air, spread them open. Another girl took a Faygo pop, which is a soda pop that they throw on everyone at ICP shows. Took a pop, put it into
herself,
into her ass, the other girl's ass.
Oh man!
And then did this with it in there,
sprayed,
shook it up,
sprayed,
and then let go, and then
So
it
it was like
shot out of her ass like a rocket.
Oh wow! That's a sight to be seen.
Yeah, and you don't see that in a wet T-shirt contest at a bar.
No,
Like,
and you know what? Nobody should probably be seeing that.
nobody
honestly.
should. It traumatizes.
So, a lot of the events that they're having this year are a little bit rapey.
Mhm.
Like they're designed to get some women,
Yeah.
women naked, which is
And
problematic.
Violent J has like recently been on this like weird creepy tip where he was posting a lot on all of the official ICP social medias saying like we're doing a song that's gonna appreciate all the juggalettes out there, so send in your pictures and videos for a chance to be in the
just doing a lot of things which
In the video-
look like they might just be designed to him, for him to be able to slide into the DMs
Exactly.
of some young ladies.
He's just going to see how many girls answer, how willing these girls are, and how in love with him they are, and then pick one, which is what he did. And then he has this like new girlfriend who he met on Instagram, and she's like, 22 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he has been on this like weird, creepy tip of trying to like rope in all these girls that listen to his music. So the 4 wet T-shirt contests are very telling.
Yeah, you got it.
Then we have the Welcome Home Parade.
Welcome Home Parade, which the photo they used for this event was a group of all white individuals, many of them face painted, but one of the guys is holding up a tiki torch, which I don't think white people are allowed to.
Okay, I see 3 tiki torches.
Yeah,
here.
I don't think you're allowed to we're really supposed to have tiki torches, march, or much less go marching with them. I think that's post Charlottesville. Yeah, that's
Charlottesville. Yeah,
not a good look. So that's already a little sus.
Got a few guys with tiki torches. So that is a parade. It costs no money to put on. It's people walking around. They encourage everyone to form a group and walk around on the grounds of this event.
Like this year, it's like literally just a gathering.
It's just a gathering.
Gathering of people.
Then we have Into the Echo Side, Texas Hold'em, Quest for Shangri-La, and Morton's List tournaments.
Yeah, so these are probably all tournaments where you have to pay to
an entry fee,
and it goes
into a pot.
Yeah, so they're not going to have to pay out anything to the winners, especially with Texas Hold'em. You know what I mean? So
you're going to buy chips. You have to buy chips. You have to buy in. So they're running some sort of illegal gambling thing out of there, which costs no money. If anything, it makes them money because there could be games where, the house wins.
Yeah, or they're taking a rake.
Yeah, they're taking a rake. Yeah. Then we have another wet T-shirt contest. Then we have Mad Movies Tent, which is a tent with a bunch of chairs and they show movies. This is not fake. This is a real event at the Gathering of the Juggalos. They show movies. Catch 21. Mad trivia knowledge.
Oh.
Do you have mad trivia knowledge? Then try Got J's Juggalo Catch 21.
Woo!
So this is kind of like
it's a trivia
game show, some sort of trivia game show. When I say stomp, what do you say? I guarantee that's one of the questions.
Yeah, just all basic.
The Juggalo Flea Market.
You can come and sell your merchandise that you've collected over the years, which really has no value anywhere else.
Juggalo Flea Market, Podcast Super Show, and Street Team Taco
that is kind of a
Fiesta.
cool opportunity for you to unload some of your ICP merch because where else are you going to be able to sell it? But
yeah. And yeah, and it would be cool to be able to buy like a bunch of rare collectibles that people have, like
on the cheap.
On the cheap, yeah,
Yeah,
because people are gonna be hard up.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit that on the last day, and people are gonna be fucking. Please, I need gas money to get home. Then we have the Queen of Cheeks. So this is literally just a ass contest. Okay, and this is not counted in the 4 wet t-shirt contest that we've already had. Okay, it's an additional one. Then we have a Beat the DJ game show, which is they play a song and it's inspired by Name That Tune, where they'll play a song and then they stop halfway through and you have to like finish the line.
Goodness gracious.
Costs no money.
No money.
To do that. None of these actually.
I feel like they just went on ChatGPT and like we're like, hey, how can we run this Juggalo gathering on a fraction of the budget that we've had previous years?
Yeah, and it's all free events, things that cost no money to put on. And like I guarantee they were like, hey, Todd, you still have that projector, right?
Yeah.
That we watched the UFC fight on. You could bring that. We could set it up. We got a Mad Movies tent.
Yep.
And that's it. And you just hook up a computer to the projector and play stuff off Netflix. Like I guarantee there's going to be ads on that shit.
So if you're at the gathering of Juggalos right now, when you get home, let us know, was there any
anything with production quality?
Yeah. Does it look like they spent any money on this festival? And
because I know that when we went, we won a contest to go. And then when we got there, they only gave us half the tickets that they had promised us. And we had already driven literally across the country.
It's quite a drive.
So we bought more tickets. And then we had to pay for parking. So it's like, it's all a scam they're not paying people to perform.
No, it's not, it's
you do it for the exposure, that kind of thing. So it's sad to see, but, also, it's like, what do you expect?
Yep. So, basically to sum it up, Juggalo gathering on the decline, but
ICEE
all the way
on
up
the rise
for ICEE and ICEE points.
So we do want to actually encourage you guys to follow our threads page. I think it's called a page. Yeah,
whatever, like a
threads page.
Coin like a new term for it, like a threads nest. So
come
check out our threads nest.
What do you call it? Like a sewing kit where you like put all your thread, like, and all your needles and sewing supplies.
Sewing box.
Come
check out our sewing box.
Check out our sewing box on Threads. A lot of tailors over there, which is a term that I'm using for threaders, people that use threads, or tailors.
Tailors, yeah.
There's a lot of memes over there. There's a whole new fresh cycle of memes.
Okay.
The vibe there is super chill right now.
Everybody gets along. It's perfect harmony.
Yeah. And it won't be like that for long. So get in there, enjoy it while you can, before it comes, a fucking shit show, which it probably will be by the time this episode comes out. But regardless, we're early adopters, so we're gonna try to be active on Threads.
Yeah.
And we might even move the show to Threads.
Who knows?
If we get paid enough.
Who knows? Or if ICEE wants us to.
Yeah, it really is ICEE's call. Yeah. So ICEE, get back to us.
Let us know where you prefer to see this show. Is it YouTube? Is it? I mean, maybe you want us to be exclusive to the ICEE website. We're open to that.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you want to add? No. Is there anything that you want to minus? That you want to cut out of the show?
A couple of things, yeah. Couple things.
All right. Well, Jerry's coming in after we leave to do edits and stuff. So.
You said Jerry wasn't going to be back for a long time.
He's not going to be back on the show. I have it set up to where we have conflicting schedules. So we are here during a certain time. He's here on the other time.
I was under the impression that like you would just laid him off or put him on leave again.
No, I just shifted his schedule, so he's on a swing shift, and that way we don't have to coexist with him, but he can still get a lot of the work done.
As long as I don't have to see him, I guess
it does make it better, right? It makes it a little bit better.
It's an improvement. We'll see how whether this work actually gets done or not. But
yeah, true. All right, well, we love you. We'll see you next week.
Real Habitat Recordings.